Answer the phone and throw your red dress on. Meet me out on the lawn. Come on, climb my truck. Come save a couple bucks, yeah. Tonight we're gonna let you know. So let's roll all night. We gonna roll until the morning light.
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight it's the Thursday Night 50 here at Port Royal with the Bluegrass Pro Late Model Dirt Series. Want to thank the sponsors, Mid-South Mafia, looks like, sponsoring the future race, Buckhanger Kindle Performance, Blanchard's Towing, Bluegrass Cup Series, Xfinity Series, Truck Series, Roasted Jim's Coffee, Tyler Berry Motorsports, giving away $10 to the Clean Driver, $10 to QuickTime and Hard Charger by Mid-South Mafia. We have 20 cars here tonight, racing for $500 to win, guaranteed. Qualifying now coming out on the board. On the track, car number 52, it's Robert Richards. Robert Richards in the 58 machine. I'm sorry, I said 52, it's 58. Here at Port Royal. Track just released last week. Here on iRacing. Richards goes quick time. They're also on the track, riding up against the wall. Car number 29 is Robbie Buchanan Jr. He goes quick time. Also on the track, car number 23. That's Ethan Toter. Ethan Toter and car number 23. Matthew Katina goes quick time into 1:18. Del Ward now to the quick time. Ethan Toter goes third quick. Also on the track, car number 32. He comes to a halt right there. That was Austin Hines, sixth quickest. There's Tyler Carter. Tyler Carter in the 187. On track is the 500 of Tyler Berry. Tyler Berry. Back straight away. Well. Oh no. Let's see here. There we go. Now we got it back going. I was like, no. Lyndon Coke in the 24. Lyndon Coke, ninth quickest right now. He drops to 10th as Braswell goes to 6th. Tanner Tomasi quick time in the 91. Lyndon Coke 11th. There's Tyler Berry back on the track. Looks like he's going to start it all over. Go pit side. There's the 2 of Dylan Hauser. Dylan Hauser. Well. Hauser goes 4th quick. Right now it's Tomasi Ward, Katina, Hauser, and Fritz, your top 5. Hauser goes 2nd quickest with an 18.419. The 21 of Blake Griffin. Kingdom Johnson Look, Nicholas and Tyler Berry, only ones left to qualify, and it's almost over. As qualifying wraps up, we'll show the qualifying results here on the board. Tanner Tomasi, Hauser, Ward, Katina, Fritz, and Toter, Buchanan, Braswell, LaShaw, and Everhart. Your top 10. Here's your starting lineup for heat race number 1. And on the pole, from the Plains, in car number 91 is Tanner Tomasi to the south side. And car number 55 is Del Ward. Row number 2 from Tyler Berry Motorsports. Car number 48 is Scott Fritz. And to the south side is Robbie Buchanan Jr. Row number 3 will be Braden LaShaw in the 33 and Austin Hines in the 32. Row number 4 will be Benjamin Bruno in the 6. And to the south side, Robert Richards in the 58. Your fifth row inside would be Blake Griffin in the 21. And to the south side, Tyler Berry. Eight laps of distance. Everybody going to the feature tonight for the 500 to win. 2 heat races on tap. Tanner Tomasi and Del Ward on your front row. Scott Fritz and Robbie Buchanan. Pace, car, or truck is in. We're fixing to go racing. Green flag is in the air. 8 laps of distance. Tanner Tomasi bringing the field to the green. Down to all right, back to heat race number 1. 4 laps in the books. Tanner Tomasi is leading. Scott Fritz in that second place. As we completed halfway here, Tomasi, Fritz, LaShaw, and Berry, your top 4. Let me just fix this real quick for us. There we go. Fritz in the hip pocket of the 9 of Tanner Tomasi. As they come down, turn number 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3, running the high side. That third place, the 33 of Brandon LaShaw, Tyler Berry in 4th. Dale Ward in 5th, Benjamin Bruno in 6th. Meanwhile, your race leader, Tanner Tomasi in that 09 machine. Coming out of turn number 4, the white flags are waving, 1 more to go for Tanner Tomasi. Fritz to the inside, Tomasi. Giving everything he has. Coming out of turn number 4, picking up your heat race number 1 win. It goes up into Tanner Tomasi, Scott Fritz, and Brendan LaShaw, your top 3. Your Heat Race 1 results look like this. Tanner Tomasi, Scott Fritz, Brandon LaShaw, Tyler Berry, Dale Ward, Benjamin Bruno, Robert Richards, Blake Griffin, Austin Hines, and Bobby Buchanan. Here's your starting lineup for Heat Race number 2 out of pole. And from Florida, in car number 2 is Dylan Hauser to his outside. And 118 is Matthew Katina. Row number 2 to the inside is Ethan Toder, and 23 to his outside, James Braswell in the 109. Row number 3 to the inside is Robbie Everhart, and to his outside is Landon Koch. Row number 4 will look like this: Tyler Carter and Brian Terry. And rounding out your field is Camden Johnston. Green flag in the air. Dylan Hauser with a good start there out of turn number 4. Barney the iRacing flagman. He definitely thought it was a good start. Ethan Toder in that second spot there to 23. In third's Robbie Everhart. Tyler Carter, James Braswell Jr. Tyler Carter at a 187 slides up in front of Braswell. Contact a little further back in the pack. Hauser leads lap number 1, this 8-lap heat race. Ethan Toder still in second. Robbie Everhart, Tyler Carter, and James Braswell, your top 5. Then you got Camden Johnson, Matthew Katina, and then you got Landon Koch and Brian Terry rounding out your field. Three laps are in the books. Dylan Hauser has for about 5-car length advantage over Ethan Toder as they come out turn number 4 to complete lap number 3. 8-lap heat races. Right up against that wall there, you see those drivers coming down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Robbie Everhart still in that third spot. Coming to the cross flags, Dylan Hauser. Toder in second, Everhart, Carter, and Braswell, your top 5. Dylan Hauser still pulled away from Ethan Toder, so down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, you look at Hauser, he's right up against the wall, so is Toder. Out of turn number 4. And a 1 there. You're watching the Bluegrass Pro Late Models here at Port Royal. Coming 2 laps to go for Dylan Hauser. Toder still in that second spot. There's Everhart. James Braswell Jr. There's Camden Johnston. Oh, what a round. That's going to be the 187 of Tyler Carter. Take a look at your instant replay. Comes up. The slide job makes a little bit of contact there, and around he goes. When we come back to the green, it'd be 2 laps, or it could be a green, white, checkered here at Port Royal for heat race number 2. Lights should be going out this time. Pace cars in. Hauser bring this back to the green. Green flag is waving. Hauser with a good jump there. Out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Hauser already a 5-car length advantage over Ethan Toder. Out of turn number 4, the white flags are waving. One more to go for Dylan Hauser. James Bracewell making a desperate move there with slide job, and Robbie Eberhardt back underneath them to reclaim that 3rd spot as they go into turn number 3. But coming out turn number 4, picking up your heat race number 2 win. Give it to Dylan Hauser. Ethan Toder in 2nd. Robbie Eberhardt 3rd. James Braswell and Camden Johnston, your top 5. Take a look at your results there. Hauser, Toder, Everhart, Braswell, Johnston, Katina, Koch, Carter, and Terry. Here is your last chance qualifier. Everybody making it to the main event tonight. And on the pole is Del Ward. And the 55 to his outside is Camden Johnston. Row number 2 be Benjamin Bruno. And to his outside, Matthew Katina. Row number 3 be Robert Richards and Landon Koch. Row number 4 is Blake Griffin and Tyler Carter. Row number 5 be Austin Hines and Brian Terry. Round out the rear be Robbie Buchanan Jr. Lights are out on the pace vehicle. Pulling off. Builds in the hands of Del Ward. That 55 machine, 12 laps of distance. You're just racing for positions here. In the A main. Green flag is out. We got a wreck already happening. Did they save it? They did. But given Del Ward out front with Camden Johnson, Benjamin Bruno, and Matthew Katina, they're battling side by side for 3rd. Give it to Matthew. But here comes Benjamin on the outside in that 96 machine. Bruno gets a little tight there. That's going to allow for Katina to take over that 3rd spot. Then you have Austin Hines making some contact there, 3 wide. A little beat the banging. They save it. No harm, no foul. Meanwhile, Ward leads lap number 2. The 22 looking to the inside. That's Camden Johnston. They make contact out turn number 2 there. Well, look at this. Matthew Katina gets the 2 for the price of 1 out of turn number 4. At the line, give it to Del Ward. Very little technical track here. Out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Heading into turn number 3, side by side for the race lead. Matthew on the middle, and you got Ward on the outside. Ward powers by on outside there. As we complete lap number 4, this 12 lap B main. Matthew Katina in that second spot. Then you have Camden Johnston, Benjamin Bruno, and Robbie Buchanan, your top 5. Landon Coke sitting in that 6th spot. Then you got Austin Hines, Tyler Carter, Robert Richards, Brian Terry, and Blake Griffin rounding out your field. But meanwhile, back up front, the top 3 are up against that wall out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Johnson to the inside, turn number 3. He's going to slide up a little bit, but Katina up against the wall out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. He makes a little contact with the wall. Give it to Johnson to the line for that second spot. Johnson's not done there as he's trying to reel in Dale Ward out turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Dale Ward now has about a 5-car length advantage over Camden Johnston as we're coming to complete lap number 7 of this 12-lap heat race. Looking a little further back in the pack there. Austin Hines and Landon Coke. There's Tyler Carter at a 187, Robbie Buchanan 29. Meanwhile, Camden Johnson's caught up to your race leader, goes to the inside, turn number 1. He's going to slide up in front of Ward. Ward hits him in the rump. They make contact. Now give it back to Ward down the back straightaway. And to turn number 3, going to see Johnson to the bottom again. He's going to slide up. Ward gets really loose out of 4 to the inside of Johnston at the line, giving Camden Johnston leading lap number 9. Ward started to lose ground as Johnson started to pull away down the back straightaway. Johnson up and right against that wall. Now you're going to look at Benjamin Bruno. He's digging it deep and trying to sell it cheap, and we got caution on the racetrack. And it's for the 21 machine of Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin bringing out the caution. And it's going to be a green, white, checkered for Camden Johnston, your race leader. Green wine checker for the LCQ here at Port Royal. For the Bluegrass iRacing Series Pro Late Balls. 500 to win tonight. Who's your pick? Is it Tanner Tomasi? He will start on the pole. To his outside in the future race will be the 2 of Dildhauser. Who's your pick is going to take home the top prize of $500? Don't forget to hit that like and follow button. Share out the broadcast. We sure do appreciate you tuned in to Ultimate Dirt TV tonight. Out of turn number 4, we're back to racing. Green, white, checker. We got one around. That's the Tyler Carter. So we do not go back to green. Oh, one heavy in the wall in turn number 1 there. We just thought we're going to green, white, checkered. As everybody's stopping on the back straightaway waiting for that fine, dandy little pace vehicle. Barney, the iRacing flagman, he's going to be shaking a no-no stick at somebody. Barney, the iRacing flagman, sings a song when he's flying, goes, I got the magic stick. I'm going to shake the no-no stick. You're going to the rear. Lights are out. We're going to let him loose out of turn number 4. It's Camden Johnson, Dale Ward, Matthew Katina, Benjamin Bruno, Landon Koch, your top 5. Remember, everybody makes the feature. They're just racing for starting positions in the A main tonight. And turn number 3 there. Green flag is a waving. Camden Johnson bringing us back down to the green flag. Green, white, checkered here. Look at Benjamin Bruno looking to the inside of Matthew Katina. That's the battle for 3rd. Into turn number 3, they're still side by side. Out of turn number 4, coming to the white flag, Camden Johnston in the 22 machine. Dale Ward still in 2nd. The battle is for 3rd with Benjamin Bruno right now over Matthew Katina. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn number 3. Riding that lip on the outside, out of turn number 4, picking up the win. It's Camden Johnston, Dale Ward 2nd, Benjamin Bruno, Matthew Katina, and Tyler Carter, your top 5. All right, they got a 5-minute warm-up here. On the pole tonight, the 109, it's going to be Tanner Tomasi to his outside. The 2 of Dylan Hauser. That is your front row for tonight's Thursday Night 50, presented to you by the Bluegrass Pro Late Ball Series. Mid-South Mafia sponsored $10 to the quick time tonight. $10 will go to the hard charger. Team Tyler Berry sponsoring $10 to the clean driver in the future. Butt Kicker, Kinder Performance. Blanchard Towing. Roasted Jim's Coffee. Don't forget Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday nights is the Bluegrass Truck Series. Then we have Bristol this Monday night. And on Tuesday night, the Bluegrass Xfinity Series will be at Iowa. And then the Cup Series on Wednesday night. We'll be back at Bristol for the Bluegrass Cup Series. Action you don't want to miss here live on Ultimate Dirt TV. All coming up next week. $500 again going to the winner tonight. It's a guaranteed purse. Taryn Tomasi on top of the charts in his final warm-up. Dylan Hauser, Ethan Toter, James Braswell, and Tyler Berry, your top 5. These drivers getting some final practice in, tuning up their setups for the future race. 50 laps the distance tonight. Hey Josh, how's it going? As we got about 2.5 minutes left of this final warm-up. Breaking this track in. Drivers complained all week is up against the wall. The racing groove here at Port Royal. Look on board with Tanner Tomasi. Right now, it's quickest to final practice. Dylan Hauser, Ethan Toter, James Braswell, and Robbie Buchanan, your top 5. In July, the Pro Late Models will be back in action with the Bluegrass. They're every Thursday night. Asphalt racing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then you go to the dirt side. That's all starting in July. We got around about a minute and 15 seconds left of this final warm-up. You're watching the Bluegrass Pro Late Models live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Seconds remaining in this final practice. Who's your pick to win tonight? Will it be Tanner Tomasi, Dylan Hauser, Ethan Toder? There's some strong drivers. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and show the sponsors. Kinder Performance, Buck Kicker, Blanchard's Towing, Nitro Racing. All sponsors of the Asphalt Sign. Alright, here's your starting lineup for the Thursday Night 5,500 to win. On the pole is Tyler Berry. Or not Tyler Berry. I just messed that one up totally. Like blew it. But it's alright. On the pole in the 91 is Tanner Tomasi. And to his outside is Dylan Hauser. Row number 2. This is where I'll see it Tyler Berry. I see it his name, but I just said it. So, but on the inside of row number 2, he's drives for the team Tyler Berry Motorsports. Car number 48, it's Scott Fritz. And to his outside, it's Ethan Toder, Team VLR, car number 23. Row number 3, to the inside, he hails from Pennsylvania. Car number 33 is Brandon Shaw. To his outside, ET Motorsports. Car number 12 is Robbie Everhart. Row number 4 will be Tyler Berry and James Braswell Jr. Row number 5 be Camden Johnston and Del Ward. Row number 6 be Benjamin Bruno and Matthew Katina. Row number 7 be Tyler Carter and Robbie Buchanan Jr. to his outside. Starting 15th be Landon Koch and Robert Richards. Rolling off 17th tonight be Brian Terry and Blake Griffin to his outside. Austin Hines rounding out your field. Barney, the iRacing flagman, looking over the field. He shows up the 1 to go signal. Will it be Tanner Tomasi, Dylan Hauser? They were strong in their heat races. These cars in. Tomasi bringing us to the green out turn number 4. Look at Hauser duck underneath. Contact with Toder and Hauser a little bit down the front straightaway. 3 wide for second. Early race leader be Tanner Tomasi out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Hauser and Toder. Toder looks to the inside of Hauser. We're 3 wide. Look at Fritz to the inside. Out of turn number 4, leading lap number 1. Give it to Tanner Tomasi. Fritz and Toder leading on each other side by side. And now the battle for the race lead. Look at the 2 of Hauser. He edges the 09. They're side by side down the back straightaway in turn number 3. Hauser all the way to the bottom. He'll slide up. Tanner Tomasi going to look underneath him out of turn number 4. Tomasi will lead at the line. 2 of the Bucks, 48 to go. Hauser into the wall there. Look at Toder now looking to the inside of Tomasi into turn number 3. Toter goes to the inside. Tomasi up against that wall. In a third place right now is Dylan Hauser. You throw a blanket over your top 5. 3 laps in the books. 47 to go. Toter leads out of turn number 2. Tomasi pulls up alongside him. Going into turn number 3. Right now, the bottom and the top. We got one into the wall on the front straightaway. Oh, Nelly. Oh, my. Someone called the doctor. Blake Griffin. Cause of that caution, you saw Hauser get into him a little bit there. Hauser had nowhere to go. Dylan Hauser pulled it down pit road. All right, Hauser making his way back onto the track. Leave the lights are out. We're going back to racing. 5 laps in the books. Out of 50, 45 to go. We'll go back green. Green flag back in air. Tara Tomasi. There's Ethan Toter in that second spot. Hauser in third. They go into turn number 1. Hauser looks to the inside. 23. Scott Fritz into the wall there momentarily. Out of turn number 2. Give it to Tara Tomasi, your race leader. The battle's still on for second. They go into turn number 3 there. Look at Dylan Hauser. Power move to the inside. Tomasi. And look at Tyler Berry in the 500. Pulls alongside Dylan Hauser for second. Berry to the inside. Hauser up against the wall. Out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Tomasi continues to lead. Hauser at second. Berry, Toter, Fritz, your top 5. Ethan Toter to the inside of Tyler Berry. Berry pushes there, turns 3 of 4. Out of turn number 4. Tanner Tomasi continues to lead. Dylan Hauser closing up in his hip pocket. As they go into out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Those two are pulled away from Ethan Toter. Hauser to the inside. Hauser to the race lead. Tomasi to his inside. Hauser up against the wall. Makes some contact. Caution out on the racetrack. Lyndon Coke bringing out that caution. Up against the wall, comes down, gets into somebody, and around he goes. All right, double file. 8 laps in the books. We come back green. We'll complete lap number 8. Be on lap number 9. 41 laps to go here at Port Royal for the Bluegrass iRacing Series Pro Late Models. 500 to win. Tomasi in the control of the field. Green flag is out. The two of Hauser alongside him. Up against the wall. Tomasi down bottom. He'll go slide to the top shelf there. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. 3 wide for the race lead. Going into turn number 3. Hauser slides in front of Tomasi. Tomasi going to be back underneath him. Oder on the inside. But it's going to be Tanner Tomasi on leading that lap at the line. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Oh, Tyler Berry. Heavy contact. With that inside wall. He gets tight on the exit of 2, gets into Hauser, and just slams into the inside wall. Your top 2 right now is Tomasi Toder. Hauser in 3rd, Everhart in 4th, and Scott Fritz, your top 5. Then it's came to Johnson, LaShaw, Braswell, Hines, Carter, your top 10. You got Bruno, Katina, Richards, and Ward, and Buchanan, your top 15. $11 laps in the books, 39 to go. Barney, the iRacing flagman, should show him the 1 to go signal this time. A couple of weeks ago, that tube machine picked up the $500 on a Thursday night with the Hans Performance Super Late Models. Bobby and Jennifer Hans with Mimi's Making Some Motions putting on that race. Hauser trying to make it $1,000 total over a 2-week period. Or maybe 3. Pace cars in. We're back to racing out turn number 4. Darren Tomasi to the inside. Toder with a good run on the outside. Tomasi will slide up on the exit of turn number 2. Toder to his inside. 3 wide for that 4th position. Down the back straightaway. They make contact. They're up against the wall. No harm, no foul. We'll continue race that. Caution back out on the racetrack. I believe that was Benjamin Bruno going upside down. 98 machine. See the contact ahead. 187 to check up for a 32. Benjamin Bruno up and over. Twelve laps in the books. Look, came to Johnston pulling down pit road. Oh, he got a little crossed up on the pit road entrance there. That's a little tricky. Robbie Everhart will start outside of road number 2 there. Ethan Toder listed as your leader. Barney, the iRacing flag, but going to give him the 1 to go signal this time out of turn number 4. Maybe not. We'll see. Nope, the pace car truck stays in. Yeah, the little thing you heard going off, that is my work computer. I was supposed to be in a meeting tonight with my actual job. I told them I'm running late. And it's a brand new computer, the laptop. I couldn't figure out how to turn the darn thing off. The meeting was starting, and that was the alarm for it. So I just took out the battery. That seemed to do the trick. If you can't figure out how to turn it off, just take the battery out. All right, this time the lights go out. Ethan Toder and Tanner Tomasi. Single file restart. Hauser in third. Everhart in fourth. Fritz, your top 5. You got Braswell, LaShaw, Carter, and Hines. And Ward, your top 10. Green flag is out on turn number 4. The completion of lap number 11 down the front straightaway. Now on lap number 12, going into turn number 1. Look at 48 Fritz looking inside of Everhart as they come out turn number 2. The run that Hauser has to the inside of Tomasi into turn number 3. Hauser will slide up, Tomasi will cross the back over. Under, out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Battle still there for fourth with Fritz and Everhart. They come out turn number 2. Meanwhile, Toter is starting to leave the drivers behind. Oh, a little contact there with the 2 and the 09. Dylan Hauser down that second spot. Tanner Tomasi in third. Fourth is Fritz and Braswell Jeter in fifth. Toter has around the 10-card length advantage over the 2 machine of Dylan Hauser. Fritz to the inside of Tanner Tomasi. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Single file for the most part, up against the wall. Fritz trying to make it happen down bottom, but he's losing the ground. There you see Braswell putting heavy pressure on Fritz. In turn number 3 and 4, out of turn number 4. Ethan Toter, your race leader, continues to lead. Second is Hauser, third is Tomasi. The top 3 are gapped out pretty good. As they come out turn number 4, we complete lap number 17 in the books. Ethan Toter trying to pocket $500 from the Bluegrass iRacing Series. Hauser is closing in on Ethan Toter there. Like I said, Hauser's tried to pick up, pocket $1,000 total in about a 3-week span. He already won $500 about 3 weeks ago with the Hans Performance Super Late Models. Now closed up to the hip pocket. That is the 2 of Hauser. Ripping the lip out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Toter leads. Hauser right there, out of turn number 4. 38 laps to go. No, 28 laps to go. My bad. Hauser with a move, and there's Toter with a crossover. Toter run that middle line. Hauser up against the wall. $23 laps in the books here. There's Tanner Tomasi in that third spot. There is Braswell, Jeter, and Fritz, your top 5. There's Austin Hines, Camden Johnson, Tyler, Barry, Carter, Buchanan, LaShaw, Everhart, Katina, Ward, and Koch. Meanwhile, back up front, Toter continues to lead. Hauser in the hip pocket there. Trying to make something happen. Hauser to the bottom of turn number 1. He'll slide up in front of 23. Toter to his inside out of turn number 2 and drag race down the back straightaway. As halfway down, halfway to Bucks. Toter will slide across Hauser. Hauser crosses him back underneath. They're coming on to some lap traffic. Right up ahead is Robert Richards and Landon Koch. Oh, Nelly. Watch out, Richards. Ethan Toter to the inside of Hauser. Hauser against the wall. Hauser maintains that lead out turn number 4. Up ahead of them. There's Benjamin Bruno in the 98, already a couple laps down, currently sitting in that 18th position. Bruno running against the bottom there. Out turn number 2, Hauser is your race leader. Toter still in that second spot. Coming to 20 to go this time. Tw 32 laps in the books here. Down the back straightaway. There you see Dale Ward running on the bottom there. Staying out of the way of your race leader of Dylan Hauser. Toter falling off a little bit. It's up against the wall, this racing groove. The bottom's got away right now. Hauser, Toter, Tomasi, Braswell, Fritz, still your top 5. Then you got Camden Johnston, Hines, Buchanan, Tyler Berry, LaShaw, your top 10. Oh, Toter makes a mistake on the exit of 2 there. But look a little further back, you see Robert Buchanan battling with Tyler Berry. That's 8th and 9th on the board. Then there is 6th. That's Camden Johnston. Scott Fritz on the outside right there in the 48 machine, currently running 5th. And there's James Braswell Jr. Tanner Tomasi down the back straightaway. And there's Ethan Toter. Out of turn number 4, down the back straight, or turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Heavy lap traffic, but right now they're all running that bottom groove, staying out of the way of your race leader as they exit turn number 4. 11 laps to go next time by. Toter trying to maneuver around the race, or the lap cars. Hauser now around Carter. Ten card length advantage Hauser has over Ethan Toter out of turn number 4. There's Brandon LaShaw currently running 10th right in front of Hauser. Ethan Toter manages to maneuver around the lap traffic there. LaShaw out of turn number 4 on the inside, allowing Hauser to get around on the outside. Now 10th place is a lap down. .42 laps in the books. On lap number 43. Oh, we got contact right in front of Hauser. Tyler Berry in the 29. Caution out on the racetrack. Stephen Calvoda, I have no clue, buddy. Let's look here at Tyler Carter. Ah, that's what brings out the caution. Rewind it just a little bit. Back it up just a little bit. A little bit. Tyler Carter around. Well. Hauser, Toter, and Tomasi. 1, 2, and 3. Then you got Braswell, Jeter, and Fritz, your top 5. Well, Steven, if you want to race in this series or with this league, get a hold of Jason. Jason Collins. Get a hold of him. He can hook you up in the right series. Heck, Steven, they're going to be at Bristol next week. And the Cup Series and the Truck Series. Coming to 5 laps to go when we go back racing. Pace cars in the infield. Pace trucks in the infield, but the drivers are not ready. That's for sure. I believe the lights are back on. Who thinks that Dale Hauser can win? Who thinks Ethan Toter can win? Green flag back out air. 5 coming to 6 laps to go. 5 times next time by. Hauser with a good start. Toter in that second spot. Tomasi in third. Out turn number 2. Hauser pulled away. Into turn number 3. Up against the wall. Out of turn number 4. 5 laps to go here at Port Royal. With the Bluegrass Pro Late Model Series. Caution out on the racetrack. The 187 of Tyler Carter again. 29 gets into the back of him. Around Carter goes. His second caution of the night. That's right, Jordan Gross. That would be gross, that's for sure. Back it up just a little bit. Barney, the iRacing flagman, loves shaking the no-no stick. Lights are out. Hauser on the loud pedal. We're back to racing. Out of turn number 4. Hauser pulls away to about 6 car length advantage out turn number 2. Now look at Terry Tomasi to the inside of Ethan Toder. Get caution back out on the racetrack. Oh, Brian Terry just got a little loose there. Had to get on the binders. I believe that was Everhart behind me. Had nowhere to go. Hauser didn't want to see that caution, but you got to think that Toder did, giving it one more try. Someone gonna pocket a $500. Green flag back in the air. This time Toder gets a good start in the hip pocket of Hauser. They go into turn number 1. Hauser up against the wall. So is Toder out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Taryn Tomasi right there too. Out of turn number 4, 2 laps to go for Dylan Hauser. Toder stuck up against the wall. He loses ground. Now Tomasi to his inside. Tomasi takes over second. Slides up in front of Toder. Toder crosses underneath him. The white flag's waving for Dylan Hauser. That was the move there. That sealed his fate. Toder out of turn number 2 in that second spot, but going into turn number 3 for the final time. He rides up on the high side on the exit of turn number 4, picking up the win at $500. It's Dylan Hauser. Toder coming home in second. Tanner Tomasi third. James Braswell, Scott Fritz, Camden Johnson, Austin Hines, Tyler Berry, Robbie Buchanan, and Brandon LaShaw, your top 10. As you look at your official results on the board, Hauser coming home with the win. Toder in second, Tomasi in third, Braswell fourth, Fritz in fifth. Then you got Johnson, Hines, Berry, Buchanan, LaShaw, your top 10 to Katina. Carter, Ward, Koch, Richards, your top 15. Then you got Terry, Everhart, Bruno, and Griffin rounding out your field here at Port Royal. All right. All right, coming home in third place in the 09 is Tanner Tomasi. Congratulations, sir.
I appreciate it, man. Just wish we could have done a little bit better. You know, we started on pole, and then we had a caution, like, before we got a lap in, on, like, lap 10, and it took away my lead and when I wasn't passed. So, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, admin wasn't really paying attention to that. But, you know, I'm so happy with the top 3.
Definitely a top 3. You fell back a little bit. And then the last restart, you stuck right with them, putting heavy pressure on Ethan Toder there for a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely missed on gear. I couldn't really exit the way I wanted to, so I had to try and try out different lines instead of just following them. You know, you're not going to pass somebody. Just sticking to the rear end. So I was trying that cut down, and it started to work out a little bit better for me.
Well, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Yep, got to thank you and everything you do for the broadcast. Him for putting on this race. Speed Ranch Setups, my setup shop, we've been working really hard getting every setup figured out, and we've been doing really well. Had some unfortunate races, been taken out a lot, but we've come from the back and passed the same people that taken us out. So real proud of that. Domination Chassis, Rusty Schlenk, ML Performance, Matthew Logan, Miller Family Trucking, Bill Miller, Bite the Bullet Concepts, Shot Guy 12, Kent Hunley, Kyle Martinson, Richard Allen, Daddy Bo. Anybody else I'm forgetting? Terrell. Like I said, you for the broadcast.
All right, hide your mamas, because Tam Tomasi finished the podium tonight.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, no problem. You have a good night, sir.
You too, bud.
Thank you. Coming home in second place, Ethan Toter. You had a very strong car there. I was glad to see that last restart, because the start before, Hauser had a good run. The caution comes right out. You get the lineup back right behind him. You had a better start, but just couldn't get the job done at the end.
Yeah, it was just a bad decision there. I should have slid him and broke his momentum and just got into a slider fest with him. But we'll take it. Just not as good around the fence as him, so we'll go back to work, and drivers gotta get better.
Hey, did you hide your mama?
I don't know.
Well, I
forgot to tag her again.
Well, definitely you had a good showing here. The car looks strong all night long. Led laps. This shows how much you progressed over the years. What else can you say?
I wish Port wasn't just so top dominant. It's just really hard. That I think we ran 20-something laps where I was leading. The car was, I could move around and everything. It just wasn't as good on the fence. And when I was running that middle, I was really good through the middle. We were pulling away, and then that top just came in. And Hauser's just really hard to beat on the top, and he's been on the game for a while. So just got to get better at it and make better decisions on the final restart.
Definitely. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Back in Discord, I had Blake, Dylan, Brent, and Chase. They were all helping me right there. Dylan messed up and told me not to throw a slider going into one, so we'll blame that on him. Everybody else back at Team VLR, Majula C Speed Shop, CFM Esports, A2B Hauling, Bighorn Taxidermy, and then Terrell the Frenchies. Go check us out on Facebook.
All right, that's Ethan Toter coming home in second. Picking up the win tonight in car number 2 is Dylan Hauser. Dylan, that's your second $500 to win race in, 3 weeks?
We've been knocking them dead, but that one there was a little tougher, man. This place is so, hard on not just the... I swear to God, I thought I was going to break my wheel and pedals in that race, because, you steer so hard on the fence, and it's just, it's honestly tough on the equipment, but we brought it home.
Definitely. In the early running, that one car spinning out in the front straightaway, you had nowhere to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he went to the concession stand and just thought he'd park it there, or where he ended up, but I came out of 2 or 4, and there he was, and I was wide open with somebody on my inside of me, so I was hoping they'd kick him before I got to him, but they did it. They let me go get a fast repair, line back up third. Props to the admin for letting me do that. They could have very easily said, "Up, tough shit, go to the tail." But we just elbowed up, got up on the cushion, and let her eat. Them yellows there at the end there were scaring me. It's like, then those 2 lap cars, I'm coming around the lap and they wreck in front of me, and it's like, this thing really isn't meant to be. So, but it's fun racing through lap traffic. I had a 2-second lead before the last yellow, so that was good. I just don't know if those guys can get up on the fence like I do. I'm one of the best at it, so.
Definitely takes some talent and some practice, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I swear to God, I had this rim twisted in half up there. I felt it flexing, and I'm afraid I'm gonna break the wheel in half. So, it's honestly a lot of fun to go up there and bang the boards and beat it off the fence and do all that fun stuff. But that there is just a total another definition of beating the boards. that stuff up there is like crazy.
Well, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Yeah, I got to thank everybody at Bluegrass. They put on a great show tonight. It was ran very good. The admins were good calls. So shout out to Bluegrass iRacing Series. I think Tyler Berry or Terry Berry runs it, or Scott Fritz. Thanks to those guys. Thanks to Nick for the admin. Great calls tonight. Thank you for broadcasting. I'd like to thank all my sponsors. House of Speed iRacing setups. We won tonight. Open setup. I don't know what else to tell you. If you want to win, go get it. All my sponsors. First off, Matt Selby for the spotter tonight. He did an excellent job as always. Cocky Floyd Consulting, 30 South Speed Shop, LTX Homes, Gears Unlimited, big supporter of mine. Same with LTX Homes. Couldn't do without neither one of them. Just everybody. There's a ton of people. And I just really appreciate all of them.
All right, that's Dylan Hauser picking up the win tonight with the Bluegrass iRacing Series Pro Late Models here at Port Royal. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that's going to conclude our broadcast here on Ultimate Dirt TV or the Bluegrass. Don't forget, next Monday night, it's the Truck Series with the Bluegrass racing at Bristol. Then on Tuesday night, there'll be the Xfinity Series be at Iowa. Then on Wednesday night, the Cup Series will be at Bristol. Something you don't want to miss. Here, all live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve McMillan. Be safe, God bless, and good night.